Hey everybody, Strider's back with another pre-game analysis. So for the red team, going right along, we have Gragas, AP Rengar top, Janna support, Kennen mid, and Corki 80 bottom. And then for the blue team, we have Fiora top, Diana mid, Mundo jungle, Ezreal 80 bot, and Sona support bottom. This should be a pretty interesting match because I know the first AP Rengar game I recorded, it didn't actually record my voice, which was very disappointing, but luckily I didn't actually produce that one, or put it out to the world. Anyway, I digress. As far as the Gragas goes, he has a ridiculous amount of games with the 60% win ratio. That's a lot of games. It's over 230 games played with Gragas in ranked with a 60% win rate. That's huge. That's a lot of games. With the Rengar, he has almost 30 games played with the 65% win ratio, and that's the one, FallenBandit, he's the guy that everyone's been talking about on Reddit lately, as far as AP Rengar, and that he's OP. So that was one of the main reasons. I've just been kind of following him around all day. The first few games I saw him in, he wasn't actually playing Rengar, which is kind of disappointing. And then the first one I saw of him, the video messed up, which was depressing. The Janna, she mains top. She's played 18 games with Janna and ranked at a 66% win. Well, that's pretty good. Janna's relatively safe support pick. She's very powerful as long as you know how to play her. And it looks like this guy probably has a pretty good idea. The Kennen, oh my gosh, the Kennen has over 175 games played with Kennen with the 65% win ratio. That is a lot. So this guy is a really good Kennen. So Maroy, Kennen, props, really good. And now the Corki. See, the Corki mains support, and he's going 80 carry. I'm a little bit worried about that because most support mains don't 80 carry all that well. And if you look at his stats, he has played over 30 games, 42% win ratio with Corki. It probably should be higher. Corki's just so powerful all the time right now. He's just powerful always. But if we compare them to the other team, like the top laner Fiora, she has 0 games played. And so I'm going to give the top lane already to AP Rengar. I mean, number one, people have been saying that he's OP, and number two, this person has 0 experience with Fiora top. It does main top lane, but then again, so does the Rengar. Diana mains caster, but has 0 games played with Diana, and Gragas has over 200 with the 60% win rate. So I'm going to give mid lane to Gragas as well, to the red team. Dr. Mundo in jungle has a 61% win ratio. It's only like 35 games played, but that's still pretty good with Mundo. Mundo is really powerful if you know how to do it. He's also a jungler main. And that is super important because not a lot of people main jungle nowadays. So with Gragas... Oh, sorry. Gragas was the jungler, not the AP mid. I apologize in this game. So going against the Kennen, Diana versus the Kennen, I think Kennen will have a huge advantage. Just a huge advantage. And then Kennen was mid. Kennen will have a huge advantage. Gragas has a lot of games played. Being a jungle Gragas, I still think he's more experience. Maybe not necessarily in the jungle, but his name is Gragas 121, and he's playing Gragas, so he's got to be good with Gragas. So I'm going to go ahead and give that to Gragas anyway. His stats show that his stats and experience show it as well. With the Corki is 42% win ratio with not a lot of games played. Ezreal is at 18 with 55, which is also not that great. I'm probably going to go with the red team with Corki and Janna just because it seems like a more powerful team composition. Corki just seems to beat out Ezreal majority of the time. Ezreal is really good. Sona's still really good as well. She has a lot of games played with Sona, even though he mains 80 carry. Looks like he does play support quite often with 65 games played, or 66 exactly, and a 60% win ratio. So that's going to be a little bit worrisome for the bottom lane. I think it's going to be pretty even as far as bottom lane goes, but overall I think I'm going to give this game to the red team. So let's go ahead and jump in the game and see where it comes out to. Hey, what's up everybody? Strider's back with another daily high ELO casting. I'm super excited about this game. I've been reading all day when I've been at work about AP Rengar and how OP he is, and then they gave me a list of, or they told me who was playing it, FallenBandit, this guy. Apparently he's been playing him quite a bit, and I know he was at 2200 ELO when I was at work about 8 hours ago, and now he's 2338. So he's gotten about 100 ELO in less than a day. So I'm pretty impressed by the sheer fact that he was able to pull that off. And it was with AP Rengar. So I'm really interested. Everyone thinks he's OP, or people are starting to say that he's OP. And just because of AP. So I really want to see how that turns out. And I really don't think Riot meant for him to be all that AP nonsense. I mean, the only thing he doesn't really have much of anything that's AP scaling. Yeah, he doesn't really have much that's AP scaling besides his Battle Roar. He does have that CC, so I don't know how he's OP, but I guess we'll possibly find out. And it looks like there might be a little bit of a skirmish going on. Janna actually runs. Oh, wow, that was really scary. I did not expect... I mean, Rengar saw them and backed off, and then Janna exchanged place with them instead of running back as well. That was really weird. She did level her shield first, so she didn't take that much damage. I was expecting her to level her tornado, but not a big deal. That was also really risky for the blue team to... try to engage on the red team without an Ezreal. I mean, Ezreal doesn't do like a ton of damage, but he does have that spammable spell with his auto attacks. But just that Mystic Shot will help quite a bit early on in the game. But yeah, I'm really interested. I don't know. Okay, so it looks like Kennen is going mid. Gragas is jungling, so that shall be interesting. I have not seen jungle Gragas in quite some time, but leave it to Gragas 121 to do that. He does a lot of very interesting things with Gragas. But yeah, either way, it's really impressive. He's doing a pretty good job so far. Mundo is still a little bit ahead of him, but that's as expected because it's Mundo. And reducing the attack speed buff is really, really good for Gragas here. It's going to help a lot, and I don't see the golem anymore. Invisible golems. Okay, so the red buff already going on to the Mundo, as well as those minions down. Gragas is just barely finishing up. It looks like he's still just auto-attacking one last minion. Does headbutt through, just to get that little bit of extra movement speed, and it looks like he's trying to counter jungle. Oh, and he's actually going to go for a gank on Diana. Really, really early gank. He is pinging her off. Let's see how this works out. He does get the body slam. Does slow her down just a little bit. It's going to force her flash, and that is impressive. Great job. And Rengar is just kind of doing what he does. He's jumping out of bushes. Uses the bullet strike just to throw on a little bit of extra damage. Again, just jumping out of the bushes. I really like that passive. I find it very interesting. Uh-oh, Gragas is running into this Mundo. Oh my gosh, he already used his smite. And Mundo doesn't have his smite though, so that's a little worrisome. Oh my gosh, Gragas is about to go down. He doesn't have his he does have to use his flash. One axe is gonna kill him. Is he gonna be able to body slam through that wall? No, he actually goes down, giving that blue buff over to the Mundo, and that is unfortunate. Kennen did not even attempt to come up top. He wasn't pushed to his tower, so I don't know exactly why Diana was way over there when Kennen never left lane. I think that might have been a little bit of a misplay on Kennen's part, but great job by Mundo just being able to get up that first blood. Definitely knows how to counter jungle. And this is going to be really scary. Yeah, Rengar's all by himself now at this point. He does jump to the Mundo. He's not going to be able to get away. He does use his flash, but he dies right at the same time. So wasted flash and a great job. Fiora is going to be able to farm this lane pretty heavily now. She is ahead only by 1 CS, now 2. So it's pretty even top lane. As far as bottom lane goes, 13 CS 13, still pretty even. Not going to be a big deal. Or sorry, 13 to 20. Kennen's actually doing really good. That would explain why he did. Oh no, Janna is getting ignited. Does get auto attacks, and yes, the last tick of ignite is going to take him down. And now Ezreal is going to take one more tower shot, one auto attack, and he's going to go down. It looks like Ezreal, oh my gosh, one more auto attack. Yes, and the slow is going to be able to pick him up. Great body slam by Gragas, being able to get that assist, and also killing him in time so Janna gets some of that assist gold. Going to be able to give her possibly enough gold for another ward or some health potions or something. So great job. Corki is now at 1,100 gold in the pocket. That's going to be extremely useful. He's at 1,500 gold. Mundo's still at 1,600, so he's definitely leading the game right now. But, oh no, Mundo's going in for the Corki, and Mundo's going to pick up this kill without any problems whatsoever. And Mundo's going to be an extremely big nuisance this game, and I'm really terrified for them right now. Rengar's coming out, he's able to jump to the ward in the bushes, and now it looks like a lot of action going down, and yes, they are able to pick up the kill. Wow, great job. I'm going to go ahead and rewind that, just see exactly how things transpired. It looks like, okay, Gragas is coming down from the bot, does know that the flash is still down, and a great stun coming out, and Kennen is going to be able to pick that up, and the Moonfall is going to go down, but it's not going to be able to do enough damage to anybody, even with the help of the tower. Kennen takes a couple unnecessary tower shots, but it's not going to be that big of a deal. Although, with Mundo around, you never have any ideas. And Rengar's, he's doing alright so far. He's doing okay. He's died once, he got ganked, but he is ahead in creep kills. And so, even after the death, he is ahead in creep kills. So I don't know if he's just able to zone out Fiora really easily. And the Bullet Strike going out, and she is just rushing onto him, but he's equally trading. Yes. She's getting quite a bit of damage onto him. It's about half and half right now. Mundo is coming up, but there is a ward now here, and so they will know where Mundo is. Great job by Mundo being able to show that presence. Gragas goes back. There's not going to be any minions here, but they might spawn relatively shortly, but Mundo's going to back off in that time. And now Kennen is here. Completely jukes. Doesn't actually run through, which is a little interesting, and then I missed that kill up top. And that's what I'm saying. Okay, so she's at half health. He's in this bush. She doesn't even see it yet. He doesn't even have full stacks of his passive. And now he goes down. Wow, and that Ignite's just going to finish her off without any problems. Holy cow. Very impressive play by this Rengar. Being able to do that. Just, oh wow, jumping out of the bush. It was like a one-man lane gank. He was supposed to be there. And he just lane gank. And a great phosphorus bomb. Actually hitting both members of the blue team. That's really going to help drain the mana of Sona, and that's what they need to do in order to help prevent her from just constantly healing all day. She's actually leveling her Hymn of Valor instead of her Aura of Perseverance, so she's not going to actually heal nearly as much. Which is pretty interesting, but Gragas is now in that bush, is spotted out by this ward, gets hit by a Q from Ezreal. So great job by Ezreal making sure that everything is okay, safe and sound. They don't want to deal with it. Although I am interested in the Kennen versus Diana matchup. I actually have not seen that. Once she hits 6, she's going to be able to initiate on him, but he's going to be able to ult himself. And that's really going to provide a lot of damage. The Bullet Strike coming out onto the Fiora, and yes, more damage going out. He's going to be able to jump out of the bush, is able to get that extra damage from his passive, but now a lot of action going down. Yes, Mundo and Kennen are both going to run away. They don't want to fight against that Mundo whatsoever. Mundo has quite a bit of kills. He is pretty farmed up right now, has 40 creep kills, and now he's pinging for the blue buff to get on Diana. If that blue buff goes on Diana, Kennen's going to have a heck of a time being able to counter that. And now Gragas is being pinged out by the blue team. They know he's there. And yes, he's going to headbutt through, but it looks like Mundo's going to go right there. He's going to slow down the attack speed, but now Fiora's coming down. The ultimate coming out from Gragas. He's going to have to go through, and he flashes. Now Kennen's coming in with the ultimate, but it's not going to be able to... Yes! She is going to be able to pick up the kill onto the Gragas. Wonderful play. And now... Yes. Uh-oh, the Rengar is going onto this Fiora. Is going to be able to do that. She uses her ultimate to immune as much as she can. Diana gets away with a little under half health. Kennen is at full, but the blue buff is still up, and it looks like they are going to try to take this. And yes, they will end up taking this blue buff just fine, and that's going to be a hindrance towards Diana, and that's exactly what they needed to do. They needed to prevent that blue buff from going into Diana. Like I said, if she gets that blue buff, she is going to be terrifying. That's going to provide her and Mundo even a higher ability to gank. And I mean, Mundo's already doing an excellent job showing his lane presence, throwing down those ganks. I mean, he's a part of 4 kills already at 9 minutes in the game. That is ridiculous. That's exactly what a ganking jungler does. They gank. But he's a very quick farmer, so he also has 44 creep kills as opposed to Gragas' 37. And now, oh my gosh, there's a lot of action going down in both, and Janna is able to throw on quite a bit of harass on this Kennen, but he does have the extra energy regen and the cooldown reduction from that blue buff, and that's going to help a lot. And Gragas looks like he's finally going to get his red buff for the first time, and boom, that red buff. So he's going to have double slows. He's going to be able to close the gap. He doesn't quite land it. He's still going to be able to auto attack with the slow. Now Janna's going on to Kennen really, really hard. Kennen does not have his ultimate up quite yet, and that's the dangerous part about Kennen. His ultimate is not quite up there. Janna has another Lunar Rush. That could be scary if she lands one more spell on him. Oh my gosh, the ultimate now coming out from Gragas. Yes, he is able to go in. Is he going? And the stun now going out from Janna. Janna's going to go in, oh my gosh, instantly onto Kennen. But Kennen flashes right when she Lunar Rushes, so she takes that tower shot, and it ends up taking it down. Ezreal throws down his ultimate, trying to tip that Kennen just a little bit, but he was not cocky enough, and he was able to prevent that. Rengar now is still just going at it up top. He does have 75 creep kills as opposed to Fiora's 47. So Rengar doing a phenomenal job. He's 2 levels higher as well. That is terrifying. So he did bust out with the Ninja Tabby, so that's going to be interesting for an AP champion, because you don't normally see that. They do have a lot of AD on their team, with the fact that Janna does auto attacks, granted, most of it's AP, but no, Mundo, his cleavers are AP, but yeah, it's he does auto attacks primarily. But then, you know, you look at the Ezreal does a lot of auto attacks, but he's kind of hybrid. He does a lot of magic damage too. So I'm not sure exactly why that was necessary, but he may have something. I mean, Fiora may be really good late game that I don't know about. It's possible. It's not probable, but it's possible. He is still just going ahead, farming along, doing what he needs to do. And the blue buff here in this Wraith Bush is going to show the Gragas so they know that he's not top. And now Rengar is extremely scared at this point because he could get ganked by this Mundo. Mundo's going to have to ult in order to gain that movement speed. Yes, he does ult. He does come around, uses his Bullet Strike to help prevent it. And now they're really going to go after him, and that's not going to do anything. Yes, he's just going to jump right onto her. And yes, the Bullet Strike coming down with the leap. And that is going to be it for Fiora. Great job by Rengar, being able to completely bait that out. They thought that he might have recalled completely, but right after he noticed that Mundo was in this area with that ward, he just jumped right on top of her and was like, you don't have backup anymore. And now that, I believe, is a rage quit. No, I don't know if it's actually a rage quit, I was just saying that, but it's the inner gamer in me that wants to hope that that's a rage quit. It's like whenever you're playing a game, it's like your goal to make somebody so frustrated, not the fact that you're trash talking, but the fact that you're outplaying them so much that they just quit the game. They're like, I give up. I don't even want to play this game anymore. That is the most gratifying feeling in my opinion. A lot of damage going down onto Corki, but the shield coming out, helping him a lot. And now the Sona ultimate coming out, doing a lot of damage. And Ezreal is also taking a lot of damage himself, but he's able to take down the Corki, and it looks like Janna's going to go down as well. She does have to use her Monsoon. I'm surprised she didn't use that earlier. But she's staying in the fight. I don't know exactly what she's doing. And Gragas is just kind of hanging around. And, uh-oh, he does have his ultimate. This could be scary. And, yes, ultimate coming down from Gragas. It does do a lot of damage, but he is able to do, yes, the auto attacks are definitely going to help. And the auto attack from Ezreal is not going to be able to pick up the Janna. She does have that shield. And, oh my gosh, the Zephyr coming out from Janna, that's really going to help. And the Body Slam's really just going to pick that up in the end. Great job, Gragas. That Body Slam's doing a lot of damage for him. It's going to prove to be really powerful later on in the game. I don't know what he's going for. He does have 2 gold for 10 items, as well as a Giant's Belt. So I'm not exactly sure what he's building towards quite yet. But Rengar is now just taking top, no mercy. If somebody disconnects, somebody leaves the game, you know, it's his game to lose. You know, at that point, he really just wants to get as much advantage as he can. They are up in kills, and now they're up by like 4k gold. great job by this Rengar being able to just absolutely get those 3 kills. He did get first blooded, or no, sorry, he got second blooded. But he was able to pick up 4 kills, and now he has a very early Deathfire Grasp. That is super, super early. Usually you hold on to a gold for 10 item a little bit more, but he probably needs that because of his lack of actual spells. He does have that Thrill of a Hunt, which is pretty nice. Now, red team is just force pushing down mid, and it looks like blue team might have AFK'd. It looks like Mundo is just kind of hanging out. He might be waiting for something. He has 33 gold, so I'm not really sure if he's actually doing that. It looks like, yeah, it looks like they just told him to push mid. Very unfortunate. I really wanted a better game than this. Very sorry, guys. The disconnects do ruin a lot of things, and this is what happens when you disconnect a game. You basically make it worse for everybody else. Now the ultimate coming out from Kennen, and oh man, able to pick that up without any problems. Corki is able to pick up that kill from Sona with the assist of pretty much everybody on the team. Overall, great job. They are able to take out that inhibitor, and now it looks like they're just going to try to push for the Nexus. Yeah, it looks like everybody's pretty much AFK. So, very unfortunate. It's going to be like a 17-minute win. And holy cow, Rengar does so much damage to these towers. That is ridiculous. His Q does so much damage, and yeah, he's able to farm so easily with that AoE that he has. That Battle Roar is really doing a lot of damage for him. And now they're taking on to the Nexus, and this is going to be an extremely short game. It's going to be under 16 minutes possibly, and the ultimate Ezreal coming out. No, it looks like it is going to go past 16 minutes. Are they going to be able to fit 3, 2? No, they are not going to be able to drag it out. Time is still counting. I don't know why, but that's okay. Very unfortunate. But great dance coming out from Ezreal. Of course, you get the music going with it. I don't know. The game looked really close there for a long time. Blue team had a great lead, a wonderful lead. It's just once Fiora DC'd or left the game, just the morale of the blue team went so far down that they just quit. It's very demoralizing. I really don't like to see that, but you know, it does happen, unfortunately. So congratulations to the red team, GG to the blue team. Very unfortunate about the DC, but again, if you guys like my videos, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It really does help. If you have any champions or players that you want to see, leave them in the comments, send me a PM, whatever you need to do. Just go ahead and do it, and I will see if I can get another game, because I don't feel that a 16-minute game is worthy for you guys. So let's see what we can do.